I thought that this time I would do a bigger card reading that has to do with the eclipses. The eclipses collectively are points of change. When the moon or the sun are darkened, universal energies come in. This is the belief, and our perspective is darkened. The way we see the world is darkened, and because it is darkened, it has to be anew. It has to be born anew. It goes into the shadow to be reborn again. And this is the message of the eclipses. And this time it is in the field of Gemini and Sagittarius. So it is around our minds. What do we believe? And how our beliefs affect our reality. So these card reading will be about what this eclipse will bring for you. And if you have chosen the Elder, then it is walk with passion, with sorrow, and with nightmare. And to me this means that you have a tendency to switch between very dark thoughts of fear and of worrying too much and of doubting too much, and on the other hand, with passion, being overly excited, overly emotional about things, even if they are just in your head. It's like already the excitement is so strong that you almost can't hold it inside of you. So I would say it is about changing your tendency of extremes, that you tend to be too extreme in one way or the other, that you might be sometimes too positive or too negative. So it's finding more balance inside of your thoughts and the way you see the world and the way you perceive the world and the way you perceive others and also yourself. Because sometimes you like yourself and the next moment you over-criticize everything you do and everything that is in your life. And what is beautiful is that there is also Imbolc, and to me Imbolc is about a renaissance, a new birth of purity, and seeing the world more innocent without too much judgment in one way or the other. So neither being too extreme or too positive about things or too negative. To realize that you are very influenced by your emotions, that your emotions push you from one side to the other, that you are not the master of your emotions. And I would say the upcoming months are a challenge to say, I want to become the master of my emotions. And if I become a master of my emotions, I, with Imbolc, can experience new perspectives, new developments, and new relationships. But my task the next month is to become a master of my emotions. Yeah, this is to me what I see in this elders group, this saying goodbye to too much extremes and celebrating a new purity in your mind. So I hope this was helpful to you. Till next time, namaste. If you are in the geranium group, then your cards are challenge, walking the talk, all in everything, and Litha. This period will push you in the direction of connecting more with the divine, of connecting more with your higher self, and to walk the talk in that it's not just a concept in your head, but that you are really develop a daily practice of spirituality, that you develop a daily practice of uniting with, as I said, your higher self. Spirituality is not a concept, it is a daily practice, and you have to bring it down to earth with walking the talk. It is about integrating it into your daily life, into your daily routine, and not so much thinking about what is spirituality, what is spirit, what is my soul, but more living it and doing it daily. And out of this daily practice will come a new perspective towards life. With the nodes in Gemini and Sagittarius, it is about new perspectives in our mind, in our ideas. And with Litha, I would say, it means that if you do that, if you really practice this daily routine of bringing spirituality in your daily life, then you will really experience abundance and a new fulfillment in your life. And out of this fulfillment will come abundance around you. So it is, if you practice this spiritual routine, you will experience a lot of joy. So I hope this was helpful. I wish you a wonderful eclipse time. Until next time, namaste. If you are in the Rose group, you have sorrowing, you have greed, you have speed, and you have purifying garden. And I feel that this eclipse time will be a time of purification, and this purification has to do with a theme around abuse of others that have abused you, or you abusing yourself. So putting an end to almost a pattern of abuse that you are so used to. You are used to people treating you badly, and you sometimes going over your boundaries too much. And this is like a pattern you have learned very early, and that this is something that has to end. And with Sorwin, it is a transformation that is huge, that is affecting all levels of your life. It is not just in your mind. I would say this will bring maybe ends to certain relationships, ends to certain workplaces, ends to maybe where you live, but it is really a critical moment in your life where you have to change the pattern of abuse, and life is calling you to do that and to come back into your innocence. And in this purification you can be anew, and in this purification you let go of the idea that life always has to be bad and others always have to treat you badly, that it is a time to release pain, and it is a time to release patterns of pain and patterns of abuse, and maybe also the addiction to pain, because greed has to do with unstoppable forces of obsession, whether it is in others or whether it is in ourselves. And sometimes it can be the addiction to pain, because we are so used to that. We are so used to that through our childhood, maybe through other lifetimes. Maybe you are just in a crisis at the moment, and that's why these cards show up. But I would say at the moment or through your whole lifetime, the pattern of abuse was something that really put you down, and that now is a time to release that and to be free, and out of this freedom really experiencing you anew. And I would say the next months will be a process of purification, and it is in the cards not so clear what exactly will come out of that, because the goal is not so much but what will materialize in the future. The goal is to purify and to allow yourself to be free. And in the moment you are free, maybe certain problems that you thought will never stop, will always be there, just disappear. With speed means that you are in a crisis because something happened, like a shock, and you are in this process of purifying from that. So the cards say this still takes time. It takes time to heal this shock, this disruption that happened in your life. Or it might also mean that there will be a point in this purification where things will really speed up, and where certain developments, certain wishes that you have, there will be a speeding up. It might sound weird that you will come closer to your dreams through letting go, but sometimes we stand in our way, and I would say these patterns, these negative patterns, stand in your way of living yourself fully. the next months will bring a time of purification. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you a wonderful eclipse time, and till next time, namaste.